From the BiffNet Studios World Headquarters in Spring, Texas, it's Barry on Deck, hosted by former ESPN Houston radio host and stand-up comedian Barry Laminack, starring Oliver the Cat. Written by Barry Laminack, produced by Barry Laminack, directed by, you guessed it, Barry Laminack. Featuring sports, entertainment, special guests, film sessions, and some drinking. Okay, a lot of drinking. Viewer discretion is advised. And now, here's your host, Barry Laminack.
Ooh, what's up, you damn dirty deckheads? Welcome to Barry on Deck. I am your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for being here. Today is Tuesday, October 22nd, 2024. And this is episode number 857? I don't even know. 57 of Barry on Deck. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the program. Hey, hello, hi. How are you? Hope you're doing good. Barry, if you're going to start coming to work on time again, you gotta lank. Let a naysayer know. Well, look, I told you last week, your boy was going to start making an effort. This whole 30, 45, an hour late, it was never my intention for it to happen that way. 5, 10 minutes. You know, what's 5 minutes amongst friends, right? I mean, whatever. 45 is just ridiculous, even for your boy. I don't like it. I've never liked it. And a lot of it has been technical issues or whatever. So, I've had meetings, I've had this, that, and the others, and I was just like, no more. I've got to get back to making this show the priority on my day-to-day. I hadn't even updated the damn topics for the day. We're not doing all this. This is what? Get out of here, Scram beat a kid. We're not doing this. NFL Week 7 scores. NFL injury updates. I forgot to update this today. See? NFL power rankings. That's what we're doing. Power rankings. World Series preview and NBA preview. That's what we're doing today, folks. It'll update in a second. Don't worry about that over there. It'll update on its own. Ignore that. It'll update on its own. It'll just pop up randomly in like 5 to 7 seconds. You'll see. It's the magic of the interwebs. This is pissing me off right here, though. When did this start again? I think it's because I haven't started the show on time this early and forever. I got to get my t-shirt out and put it back up there. I'm not used to being this early. But, yeah. Okay, that's not updating. It's going to make me angry. All right, we have a lot to do. We have a ton to do. Oh, I know why. Son of a gun. I screwed it up. This is my bad. I forgot I changed things around. You dirty bastards. You dirty bastards. So we have a lot to get to today. We have NBA starts this week. You guys excited? Put a 1 in the chat if you are excited about the NBA starting. Huh? I know you're not. I know most of you don't really get into the NBA, and that's okay. You don't have to be an NBA fan. I know a lot of you are like, well, wake me when it's December. I know. I'm kind of that way. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a little more that way now more than ever. Simply because I'm not ready for this LeBron Bronny bullshit all year. I'm just not. I may not be able to watch it all year, guys. Honestly, I just don't know if I'm going to be able to handle it. Seriously. Linda, listen. Linda, listen. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle it. I really don't. I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle all of the talk all year long about all three of them. Just, it's going to be nonstop. And ugh. Yeah, I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I'm ready. I'm just not looking forward to it. I'm just not. So, yeah, I don't know. How about you? Where's the chat window at? Where did my chat window go? There it is. All right. Resize my chat window. I'm going to be working on some things, trying to get some things fixed in here. My vMix is kind of all jacked up. I'm excited to see where Wemby takes it, Spoonie said. Where the new picks fit. Go Spurs, go. -10, -1. Specifically that number because of the Braun and Braun Jr. talk. Yeah, yeah, I'm with you guys. Wake me up until the in-season tournament starts. See, that's another stupid thing. Yeah, Amos said Saints suck, so go Pels. All right. Isn't this really early for the NBA? I mean, look, the NBA starts today. Don't blame me. I'm just the deliverer of sports talk. That's what I do. I bring you the stories. I present them. I present them with no, I mean, I give you opinions on them, I guess. I was going to say I present them unedited, but I guess I do give opinions on them. But I let you know. I mean, I don't like filter out and say, you know, well, nope, we're never talking NBA because it doesn't exist. Hell, we talked WNBA yesterday. I am in agreement, though. We can agree on one thing in particular. It is early to get like hot and heavy into the NBA, but I do want to, today, we're going to go over a few things. We're going to go over some odds. We're going to go over, you know, and it's not me like going through and going, I think this is who it's going to be. I mean, I do have opinions on certain things, obviously. But we'll get into some of that towards the end. I think today, hot and heavy, though, NFL Week 7, for obvious reasons. We'll talk some Texans. We'll talk, we'll talk the majority football, because that's what we do around here. And then we'll get into some World Series because we didn't get into that yesterday as well. And then I just got to figure out what the fuck. And if we have some time, maybe we'll get to the pick'em. I don't know what is happening to my my scores here. Why does that work, but this one does? I don't know. I don't get it. If you watch the good games and don't focus on the talking heads on talk shows, you'll hear very little about Bronny if it bothers you. Is what Walt said. I don't know. I don't think people can help themselves. Honestly, Walt. I think that people think that this is what everyone wants to hear about because they know how popular he is and they know how popular the Lakers are. And they just know that that's going to just get people talking like we are now. Because remember, they don't care if you hate watch, hate click, hate talk, hate listen, as long as you do it. So you can watch because you're interested. You can watch because you're angry. You can click because you're interested or click because you're angry. Listen because you're interested or listen because you're angry. As long as you do any of those. That's why Stephen A. Smith is so successful. People listen to him because they hate him. What is this idiot going to say next? God, can you believe this idiot? I can't wait to see what this moron says tomorrow. It's a train wreck. People want to see the train wreck, so they tune in. Yep, that's true, Evil Death. MLB finally has their Cowboys, Steelers, Lakers, Celtics matchup. Yep. Had to get the Astros out of the way to get it. Yikes. Oh, that's interesting. Jared Taylor, that's an interesting prop bet. I did see one prop bet. It was plus 250. Will LeBron assist on Bronny's first point or first basket? Plus 250. And it made me think something. Just knowing, not knowing, but having this feeling like, how he probably wants it to go down and how I'm the captain now. He's in the locker room like, hey guys, listen, it's game 1. We got 81 more of these. I would love to be able to be the guy that dishes the ball to him for his first assist. So let it be me. You know what I'm saying? Let it be me. If he's open, get me the ball. Okay? Get me the ball. It'd be fucking great. Wouldn't it be great if Bronny is like wide open at the 3-point line and Anthony Davis is down in the low block? He draws a double team from Bronny's defender. And so instinct, he just kicks it back out. And then Bronny's like wide open. And he's like, oh shit. And everything just slows down and he's like, and then LeBron's like, no. And then LeBron just goes James Harden and just takes off sprinting across the court. Just jumps in the air and just blocks his shit. I wanted to be the one. Just sends that shit 7 rows back. It was supposed to be me. Damn you, boy. You're grounded. That would be fucking fantastic. Oh, Tony Dallas, thank you for the 1 bit. Will LeBron flop when Bronny is fouled? Surrogate flops. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, that's hilarious. Pod said, could both teams lose the World Series? Wouldn't that be great? 0-0 tie. There's no World Series winner this year. God, wouldn't that be great, though, if LeBron flopped every time Bronny was fouled? I'm sorry. It's a paternal. Oh, I feel it too. Oh. That'd be great when Bronny's down in the G League and get fouled. LeBron's just standing there. Oh, damn it. Oh my God. Oh, that's so funny. God, that's fantastic, Total Dallas. You finally pulled one out of your ass. Well done. Amy said the hype will be over after the first month. Bronny won't play enough. I don't think he's going to the G League, though, because it's not used for development anymore. It's basically a holding tank. Well, we know this. He won't get cut. We know that. Not going to get cut. They're just going to sit him there at the end of the bench. Give him some random raggedy ass minutes. I don't know. It's going to be interesting, man. I'm just not looking forward to it. That's all I know. Just definitely not looking forward to it. Mina said he's right. People hate watch this web series all the time. And that includes Mina. That includes Mina. That includes several people from ESPN 97.5. Yeah, he's right. People do hate watch this show. People hate watch this show. People used, yeah, that's true. Yeah. And his agent pretty much said it's not an option. Well, there you go. That's how it goes. It just be like that sometimes. You knew what you were getting into. You knew what you were getting into. Love you, CC. I hate watch all the time. Yes, you do, Potch. All right. Why is this not working, sir? Why? Why is this not working, sir? I don't know. I don't know. Hold on, fellas. Oh, Doddy. This is so weird. I have these scores like set away somewhere. Set away somewhere. And I have them like in a spreadsheet, right? And what's fucked up about this is if there's a problem with like anything in the in like any of the columns or anything in the spreadsheet, it fucks the whole thing up. And then like absolutely nothing will work. And it's the worst thing in the world. It drives me absolutely fucking bonkers. Bonkers, I say. And that's what's happening now. Oh!
Don't let that one decent joke go to your head. Take some time to think about it.
I knew it. I knew that was going to happen. I swear to God. I knew it. I knew this was going to happen. Hey, Connie! Holy shit! You guys, Connie's back for 2 days in a row. Do not embarrass me, okay? Do not embarrass me. Connie is here 2 days in a row. You guys better straighten up. Stop acting like a bunch of assholes. Connie is back for a second day. What's up, Connie? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Don't worry about these morons. Thank you, Total Dallas, you dumbass. I knew it. Total Dallas got off a good joke. And thank you, Donna. Donna went over to YouTube and is being kind and welcoming Connie. We always need more female. We always need more deckheads. We really do. I've always said I'm very proud of the female contingent that we have on this show. We've always had more female listeners and viewers than most, and I'm very proud of that. But I knew that was going to happen. You know what I knew? I'll show you when I knew it was going to happen. Here's the problem. Total Dallas got off a really good joke. And he just couldn't leave well enough alone. And he got the joke off. Flip gave him a laughy face. Spoon followed it up with, damn it, Total Dallas. Now I have to be nice and give you props for that joke. And he couldn't just leave well enough alone. He couldn't just sit back in the cut and take his props and all his flowers. No. He had to follow it up with a really stupid ass corny joke by saying, "Oh, we're spooning." And then I knew right then he was just going to keep doubling down with foolishness and stupidity. And sure enough, here we are a little bit later and his stupid ass is timed out. So didn't take long. Moron. Knew it. I knew it. Too stupid. There you go. It was just, there we go. Never fails. He just couldn't leave well enough alone, could he? Could not leave well enough alone. One in the chat, if you watched both, now this is key here, both Monday Night Football games last night. One in the chat, if you watched both Monday Night Football games last night. Your boy did not. Put a 0 in the chat if you split a bottle of wine with your wife and then passed out before halftime of the Ravens game. It's my bad, okay? It's my bad. I wanted to sit here and be able to tell you guys and break it down. Cisco, me and Cisco, that was it. Bro, Nora found this recipe for this. It's called, so she got this bread and butter wine that Cisco had recommended when you're having a hard time finding a good wine. Get something by Bread and Butter. It's a decent go-to, inexpensive wine. But Nora had seen this TikTok video for this recipe on it was making what's it called? So you take butter and brie and you blend it. You in a blender, you soften it. And then you put honey on top, like warm honey, hot honey, melted, and you blend the two. Or you blend the honey, and you blend the butter and the brie, and then you pour warm honey on top. And then you get some like bread, some baguette or whatever, and toast that. And then you spread the butter on top of the toasted baguettes. And then you drink some bread and butter Chardonnay with that. And oh my God. Your boy was smitten, okay? Oh, fuck. Oh my God. What? If I had panties, I would have dropped them, okay? Oh my God. Bitch, what? Shit. That was, oh shit. It was really good. Damn. John Dorier said 2.5, drank the whole bottle, wife was asleep. Let's get it. John got down. I woke up and saw the headline about the field goal winning the game and thought, Louisville played. Nice. Yeah, that shit was, it was the bomb. Oh, snap. Get on in here, Chew. You get on in here, Chew. Good to see you, buddy. Booker Chew coming in on the raid. Chew, what up, pimp? Good to see you, man. Thank you for coming in with the raid, homie. Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in, Chew. Thank you for coming in, man. This is Barry on Deck. I'm your host, Barry Laminack. Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in. We were just talking about my adventures last night and how I didn't get to watch Monday Night Football. The wife was too busy getting in my panties. So I disappoint. I was not able to, what up, Free Banking? Not able to break it down. The wife made wine and cheese and butter type shit, and I was unable to, hold up. So I passed out before she did. It was a sad state of affairs. But here I sit. And the good thing is I didn't wake up with a headache. The good news is I did not wake up hungover. So that's the good news. But welcome in, Bookachu. Thank you for the raid, big dog. Shout out, Mod. Can we get a shout out for Bookachu? Much appreciated for that. Yeah, let's talk soon, man. That would be dope. Got to turn my phone off at the election place. Guess I'll join Total Dallas for a timeout. Yeah, man. Go vote, Cisco. Good for you, buddy. Good for you, sir. Go get it. I need to go vote, too. I need to get that done. What was I going to tell you? Oh, so let's get into it. Let's talk a little bit about it, though. I did watch some of the first half. We'll pull up the box score because I did have comments on some things that I did see. And I did get to, unfortunately, witness Mike Evans go down in a heap. And it looked like at first the Bucs were going to dominate this game. It really did. Baker was cooking, and the Ravens could not stop the run. And then it just turned. Now, again, I was passed out for the second half, so I don't really know what happened. But I do know that I did get to see Baker's 2 interceptions. I did get to see that. Excuse me for the burps. Amos, don't punch me in the face. Yeah, the Ravens are good. That's the takeaway. And one of the things that I don't know, that's why I wanted to see the box score. Lamar Jackson had 281 yards rushing, or 281 yards passing. Derrick Henry had 169 yards rushing. And what's crazy is the first quarter, nothing. They weren't doing shit. And then all of a sudden, they were like, oh, let's get it in gear. Now, how much of that was the injury to Mike Evans putting pressure on Baker and that Tampa offense and the 2 turnovers, which also put pressure on that Tampa defense? I don't know how much all of that came into play. What I do know is Lamar Jackson is having an MVP caliber season. Derrick Henry is having a resurgence, and he's having an MVP caliber season. You can say he's not, and you can say that's just a fact. I did see the Ravens score too. I did see them put up that 17 in the second half. That Justice Hill pass. I saw the Mark Andrews pass. I saw the Justice Hill screen pass. So I did see their 17 points in the second quarter. This is a team that they can beat you on the ground. They can beat you in the air. They literally have 2 MVP candidates. They're a good football team. And it's going to be really tough to contend with this Ravens team. I think at the end of the day, Ravens are going to have to beat themselves, which is very possible. Listen, we've seen Derrick Henry be bad, and we've seen Lamar Jackson be bad. So it is very possible. Okay? Let's not rule that out. But so far, they're scary. I mean, they've lost twice, so they're not like undefeated like the Chiefs. And that's also what's really scary. The Chiefs have not played great, and they are undefeated. The Ravens have looked like world beaters, and they're 5-2. So that's what's a little scary right now for the entirety of the AFC and probably the NFL. So, I mean, the Bucs have looked like juggernauts all year and just ran into an absolute buzzsaw. And I feel bad for them. Not only did they lose Mike Evans, they lost Chris Godwin as well. And I wanted to get an injury update for you. Let me get out my whole... Let's see. Boop, boop. Where is my injury updates from the Football Guys? Football Guys always has a really good... Let me go to their website. It'll be on there. Footballguys.com. They have a good injury update articles. Injuries. There's the injury roundup. Now that's for the week. I doubt. Are they gonna have low? Oh, they do. Perfect. All right. Let's get into injury updates because there's a ton of them, and some of them from the week. There's a lot of injuries this week, and it seems like receiver right now. Whoo! My goodness, man, that's the position that all the receivers in this league right now are just screwed. It seems like, yeah. And Spoon, that's a good point. Mahomes has more interceptions than touchdowns. Is that right? I know he did in the game, but does he on the season? Is that true? No, not for the season. Is that true? Bro, that's crazy if that's true. That's crazy. Let me look up Patrick James Mahomes, the third. I don't know his name. He sure the shit does. 6 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. That's wild. And they're still undefeated. Andy Reid's a wizard. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is 16th in the NFL in passing yards. 16th in the NFL in passing yards. He is... Oh, jeez. Oh, my God. He is... Jeez Louise. 23rd in rating. Quarterback rating. He is 9th in QBR, which is done a little bit different. Damn. He's been sacked 11 times, which isn't too terrible, actually. That's also 23rd in the NFL. That's good. Deshaun Watson's been sacked 33 times. No jokes, please. CJ Stroud's been sacked 20 times. Good for tied for third. Interestingly enough, Deshaun Watson only has 3 interceptions. Of course, he only has 5 touchdowns. Boy, oh boy. Patrick Mahomes' numbers are depressing. That's crazy. 6 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 1,300 yards. He's averaging 7.4 yards per completion, which is also good for 14th. He's averaging 230 yards per game, which is not good. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. 16th in the NFL. My gosh. What's his completion percentage? 67.9%. That's 8th. That's crazy. That's not a very Patrick Mahomes like year. And that's also what's scary. It's very scary. All right, here's your injury updates from the NFL. This is all through week 7, and this is all courtesy of footballguys.com. I use them. I swear by them. I use their apps. I use their app. They don't cheat every game, Aaron. They don't cheat. Aaron said because they cheat for them every game. No, they don't. I still take Watson over Daniel Jones and Justin Fields. No, I'll tell you right now. You know how much I can't stand Justin Fields. I think right now, just based on the way they've played, I would take Daniel Jones and Justin Fields over Deshaun Watson this year. Absolutely. Daniel Jones hasn't played awful. I still have the stats up. Let's, Jaden Daniels completing 75% of his passes. The only one, that's number 1 in the NFL. Number 2, Jared Goff. Number 3, Baker Mayfield. Number 4, Joe Burrow. I get that. Number 5, Derek Carr. That's wild. What NFL is this? Geno Smith is 6. And Lamar Jackson is 7. That's just crazy. What is it? What is happening? That's wild, man. Geno Smith almost hit 2,000 yards passing on the season, leading the NFL in passing yards. Blah, blah, blah. This is nuts. This is nuts. Jaden Daniels is the CJ Stroud of 2024. 6 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 1,400 yards. I mean, he's CJ Stroud for this year. That's what he is. And we're going to get to his injury update here in just a second. What was I looking up? Yeah, Joe Burrow's balling and has a losing record. Oh, that trucking video. Oh, God, I got to find that for y'all if you didn't see it. What was I looking up? I was looking up something. Oh, yeah, I was going to look up Daniel Jones's numbers. Daniel Jones is 13th in the NFL in yards. And Justin Fields is 26th. Deshaun Watson is 25th. So they're right there next to each other. Watson and Fields both have 5 touchdown passes, although Fields only has 1 interception. Watson has 3. When it comes to quarterback rating, Justin Fields has a 93.9. Deshaun Watson has a 79. Daniel Jones, on the other hand, has an 80 quarterback rating with 6 touchdowns. Sorry, I lost it. 6 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. 1,442 yards. He's completing 62% of his passes. Watson's completing 63. Justin Fields completing 66. But Jones has more passing yards than both, averaging 206 a game. Fields averaging 184 a game. Watson 164. So yes, this year I would take Jones and Fields over Watson. And y'all know me. I don't like either one of them cats. They're still better than Watson this year. And it's not even close. I mean, it's kind of close, but all right. So here's your injury update. Let's get it. Jaden Daniels had a rib injury. They're projecting a week 8 return, so they don't think he's going to miss any time. If you missed it, he went down. I think it was the first drive of the game. And what's wild is, didn't matter. Didn't even matter. They just came right back and won the game. Yep, they just came right back and still managed to win because Marcus Mariota balled on out of control. He just did his thing and Mariota'd. All right, that was it's the Panthers. Well, it doesn't matter. You still had a backup quarterback. So Yeah, and it's Andy Dalton. Okay, I'll shut up. But yeah, Jaden Daniels goes down, and Washington still wins, but they expect a Week 8 return for Jaden Daniels. Next up, Brandon Ayuk. Terrible news for Brandon Ayuk. What does that say? CJ set the bar last year for rookie QB. That is true. It's very true. Let's not make Stroud a verb. All right, Total Dallas. I need you to calm down, hater. Brandon Ayuk, knee injury, possible season ending. I do believe it is season ending. Let me get over here. So this was published yesterday, by the way. So I'm going to go to ESPN's injury update page as well, and I will supplement that with this page here, which, if I'm not mistaken, they did say Ayuk was out for the season. Oh, boop, boop, yep. Yeah, it was because he sustained tears in the ACL and the MCL during Sunday's loss to the Chiefs. So that was confirmed Monday, and he's done for the year. And that his return, they said, would be Feb 10. So that sucks for Brandon Ayuk. Also, don't forget, Deebo Samuel has pneumonia, so he's in the hospital right now. They don't think McCaffrey's back until November 10th. They're just sucks right now. George Kittle's been banged up a little bit. I don't know. That's the Niners are in a bad way. They're in a real bad way. That's true. Amos said, well, at least he got his money. Ain't that the truth? He did get his money. Anybody want to trade me? I need a receiver. League 3. Puka Nacua, Godwin, and Ayuk gone. Damn, you had all 3? Oh, brosif. That sucks. So DK Metcalf suffered a knee injury. They're projecting a Week 11 return for Seattle. That sucks. It says after the game, Seattle head coach Mike McDonald told reporters that Metcalf avoided serious injury. Doesn't look too bad. Metcalf had a grade 1 MCL sprain. This is the most minor of MCL sprains, but it's possible that this injury sidelines him until Seattle's bye week in Week 11 or Week 10. Wide receiver Rashid Shaheed, New Orleans knee surgery, season ending. Dunskies. QB Spencer Rattler of New Orleans has a hip pointer. Timeline TBD. So not good. If it's true, the hip pointer Rattler might not be able to return before Derek Carr. If Rattler misses time, it's down to Jake Haener. Jeez. Saints Dennis Allen said that Rattler will remain the starter as long as Derek Carr is out. It sounds like Rattler's hip injury was minor, and he'll be under center Week 8. Deshaun Watson, Achilles likely season ending. QB Aiden O'Connell for the Raiders, projecting a Week 13 return, so they're back to Gardner Minshew. Well, that sucks. Tyler Huntley of Miami has a shoulder injury. Timeline TBD. And Tua's supposed to be back this week. Supposed to be. We'll see how that goes. We'll find out. I have the ESPN injury report in front of me, and we'll monitor that throughout the week. Yep, it says Tua, October 27. Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel said Monday that Tango Vailoa will practice Wednesday in preparation to potentially play Week 8 versus the Cardinals. That, according to Cameron Wolf of the NFL Network. Interesting. Yeah, no shit. I do need the ER theme music, don't I? Curtis Samuel, wide receiver for the Buffalo Bills, has a shoulder injury. And he injured that on Sunday, did not return to the game. And it could be a potential long-term injury. So that's not good. Surgery is avoided. If surgery is avoided, could miss anywhere from 2 to 6 weeks. Let me see if there is an update on ESPN. God damn, Carolina has a lot of injuries. Shit. Curtis Samuel ruled out for the remainder of Sunday's game versus the Titans, but I'm not seeing any updates. Nope. No updates on the ESPN website. Juju Smith-Schuster, hammy, projecting Week 11 return. Boy, they need him too. They got nothing over there. Patty Ma needs some help. I mean, they're still winning, but he needs some help. He really does. At minimum, Schuster misses 2 weeks, but it could be more likely longer. So they're projecting Week 11. QB Dorian Thompson-Robinson of Cleveland, who stepped in for Deshaun Watson, suffered an injury of his own. So I think they're down to, oh God, who was it? It's Jameis Winston. That's right. Mike Evans, hamstring re-injury, projecting Week 12 return. Yeesh. Chris Godwin, ankle dislocation. Oh, God, that sounds awful. Possible fracture, likely season ending. I didn't see this. Was it nasty? Was it, ugh. Things only got worse for Tampa when Chris Godwin was injured on the final play of the game. What? I didn't know this. Oh, my God. Godwin dislocated his ankle, needed to be put in an air cast and carted off the field. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Dislocations without fractures are not common, but possible. I suspect there was a fracture present, which will require surgery. Godwin's season is very likely over. With both Godwin and Evans out for an extended period of time, Jalen McMillan and Sterling Shepard become interesting waiver wire targets. Talking to you, Evil Death. Huh? You better act fast, sir. Sterling Shepard. One-time giant juggernaut, Sterling Shepard. I'll say this, Evil Death. There are a ton of injuries to receivers, which means there is a ton of turnover. There's a ton out there to be had. So, I mean, it's not the same quality of as all the guys that are hurt, but you should have some options out there. Zay Flowers of Baltimore, another wide receiver, has an ankle injury, projected a Week 9 return. And there you go. That is your update. So let's just see. Just on this update from Week 7 alone from footballguys.com, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wide receiver injuries. 8 wide receiver, and that is crazy. And the rest of them were quarterbacks. My goodness. That is insane. Oh boy. The amount of injured wide receivers. Wow. I'm just, that's a lot. That's a lot. So, keep an eye on it if you're, if you're in fantasy and you have you have stockpiled receivers. Maybe now would be a good time to fire off some trade proposals as well. Some people might be desperate, Evil Death included. Alex said, well, my fantasy football is done. I quit. See, and this is why I do the injury update. So you guys, it's for your football teams, but also for your fantasy football teams. You guys need to know and keep up with this. Clarence said, if you cover the Saints injuries, it'll be a 5-hour show. I'm telling you, bro, this season, it seems like it's just been insane. Remember last year, they shortened preseason and it felt like there was a lot. It just seems like just so many injuries, man. I don't know. Yeah, I have a lot too. Jared said it feels like I've been watching for an hour and it's only 3:03. You kiss my ass, Jared Taylor. You kiss my ass because we started on time, jerk face jerk. Yeah, buddy. Now what? How you like them apples? Cisco said my team in my other league scored 140 last week and 40 this past week. God damn. 40? Were you some kind of high-flying, highfalutin football playing feller, ain't you? 40. Jesus. Your son? I don't know how to tell you this, but that ain't good. 40 is not good, son. 40 ain't good, my friend. 40 ain't good, son. 40 is no bueno. That is wild. Didn't somebody post a meme where like their football team scored like 2 fucking points? Bro, how no, like -2 or some shit like that? Who tagged me on that meme? Somebody tagged me on a meme where somebody's fantasy football team scored -2 fucking points. How, Sway? How? How the fuck? Bro, I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you do that. I don't know how you scored 2 goddamn points. That's just crazy. Home City. Oh, that ain't right. Oh, this ain't right at all. This ain't right at all. Home team record. This is very confusing right now, kids. I'm so confused. Oh boy, am I confused. I was trying to get this score thing updated for you guys. Oh, I think I got it now. Oh, do I? No, I don't. I want it to work. Please work. Oh. Nope. Suck it, nerds. I think I got it. Okay. What do we got to get to? Okay, we're gonna do scores and power rankings. Oh yeah, Aaron's the one that sent it to me. I sent it to you. Yeah, I think it was fake. Oh no! Was it really? Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Please don't say that. Don't say that. I want it to be real. Please. All right, let's get into some scores. This should not be here. Let me see if this works now, real quick. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, daddy. Oh, daddy. All right, the colors are wrong, but I think everything else is working. I think everything else is working. Oh, daddy. Is it? I'm just going to change this color here. What is this? Yeah, we'll just make that dark gray. Whew. All right. Cool. All right. So this should be okay. Maybe it's not working. Fuck my life. Oh, there it is. Auto next. Loop every 5 seconds. Start. Go, bitch. Go, bitch. Didn't update. Oh, God. Oh, for the love of God. All right. I don't know what's happening. I give up. Oh, fuck. Nope. Oh, maybe it will. All right. Auto next. Hopefully that works. And play. Let's see. I hope this bottom scroll has Dallas losing it to the bye week. Ha! That would be funny. All right. Oh, it is updating. Oh, praise Jesus. All these new rules and safety protocols on hits, and yet there's an uptick in injuries. Yeah, and I really wonder if it has something to do with the shortened preseason, but because that's what's interesting, I think. They wanted to shorten the preseason because they were worried about injuries. And it just seems like we've had a rash of injuries over the last 2 seasons. I wonder if they track that. Number of injuries per season in the NFL. Let's see. NFL injury data since 2015. Reject cookies. I reject your old cookies, but I would never turn down cookies in real life. I'll tell you that damn much. You know me. Here we go. Preseason, regular season, postseason, 4 preseason games. So what does it say? NFL analyzes and shares injury data as a part of an ongoing efforts to advance the health and safety of players. Injury data are compiled and analyzed by IQVIA, an independent third-party company retained by the NFL. Concussions, preseason and regular season. All right, so is that it? It's just concussions? Oh. Well, I want it all. I don't want just concussions. Although that's a lot. Game practice total. God damn. 54? Yo, that's crazy. 83 concussions in preseason between game and practice in 2015. Damn. 83, 71, 91, 79, 79. And then 30 in 2020. That was a COVID season. And then 3 preseason games starting in 2021. Then you had 52, 52, 58, and 44. Regular season. 192, 172, 190, 135, 144, 145, 142. Then you have 135, 161, and 161. So they actually went up. Last 2 years. Highest since 2017. I don't know. That's interesting. Clarence, Tua's responsible for most of them. I know. They're probably like, damn it, Tua, you're inflating our numbers. Stop it. Yeah, I'd be interested to see what the numbers look like, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to know what the dog do. I want to know what the total injuries look like. Well, I guess it'd help. It's going to be too hard to find. But that would be interesting to see. I would be interested to see. I think so, Donna. I really think so. Donna said, is he really going to play next week? I really think so. I really do. For a couple of reasons. I think he wants to play. I think he was bound and determined to play. Damn, Spoon, you had me for like a half a second. I was like, what? Spoon. Jerk. You scared the shit out of me for a second. Spoon over here. Breaking news. Tua's out with a concussion for sneezing too hard. I think he is going to play, though, Donna. I think Tua plays, one, because it's all he knows. I mean, this is his life, right? This is all he's ever done. It's all he has ever known. That's it. Spoon said football players play. I mean, it's what he does. It's what he knows. He's a football player, right? And the better question is what Cisco said. Should he play? I think we all kind of agree. No, he probably shouldn't play. It's probably not worth it. Yeah, Donna said, doesn't anyone remember what happened to Junior Seau? Look, and that's what's crazy is he's so young and he's so much more vulnerable to re-injury, because once you have one, the next one comes easier, and then the next one comes it's like orgasms. Once you get your first one, so yeah, it's concerning, I'm sure. And I'm sure he's got the right kind of people, giving him great advice. But no one can make him sit out. No one can make him retire. No one can make him not play. Only he can make that decision. I think the only way, truly, would be literally the entire team would have to go to him and say, hey, man, we love you and trust us. We want you to come back, and we're better with you than without you. And we want to win, and you're our best opportunity to win. And we love you as a teammate. And we love you as our leader. And we love you as our quarterback. But we love you as a brother and as a friend and as a human being more. And for that reason, we don't want you back. I mean, I wonder if that conversation has taken place in that locker room. I wonder, has the team, have the guys in that locker room gotten together and said, should we prioritize his well-being as a human being above our desire to win? Is it on us to go to him and say, no, bro, we know you want to come back. We don't want you back. And it's not because we don't want you back. We don't want you to come back because we don't want you to hurt yourself and do any more damage to yourself that could affect you long term and for the rest of your life. And so, yeah, we have to maybe show you tough love and have an intervention. And I think that it would take literally all 53 people in that locker room and his coach and his owner and the GM all getting together and saying, you got to stop, man. You've got to stop. Amos said we've seen boxers get knocked out more than two and keep fighting. I don't see the difference. You're right. You're right. We have. Let me see. Oh, where was it? Oh man, I can't find it now. Oh, maybe it's here. Is this it? No, that wasn't it. Nope, that wasn't it. Oh shit, I can't find it. I forget. There was a boxer that ran across my feed the other day. And I forget who it was. I thought it was Roy Jones, but it wasn't. And he could barely form a complete sentence. And it was a promo for an upcoming fight. And he was like, hey, everybody, I'm going to be fighting November. I'm going to be fighting on November the 95th. That's on a potato and yellow. What happened? Like, bro, it was awful. It was awful. It was, I mean, you could just see it in his face and his voice. And it was just like, oh my God, why are they letting this dude fight? Like, they've got to stop. Like, you know, and you can say what you want. Oh yeah, sure. He's still walking around functional. I've seen it a ton in the fight game, man. You see it all the time. That's why I hate that slap fight sport. That one where they just sit there and slap the shit out of each other and knock each other out. Bro, that's all that is. That's all that is. That's a stupid ass sport. But Amos, that doesn't make it like okay. Like, trust me, bro. Like, I know what you're saying, but there's consequences to be paid for that. There's a toll to be had, and it affects different people in different ways. You know what I mean? Like, some fighters, if you look at like Arturo Gatti, and have you ever heard Arturo Gatti talk? Oh my God, it's painful. But then you could talk to another boxer who, you know, has maybe came up and has had as many fights, and it's not as bad. It is, you know, it has an effect, or it affects people differently. It depends on the severity of the knockouts. It depends on the severity of the brain injury. And, you know, it depends on luck. It just, there's a ton of factors that go into it. Not every knockout is the same. You know, so you just can't lump it into, well, every knockout equals the same type of brain injury, the same type of internal damage. And that's just not the case. Some have different effects. And I mean, hell, we had, my buddy Nick on this show. He had been concussed 53 times. He can't even laugh. Because I went and featured for him when he recorded his special a couple weeks ago up in Conroe. And we were doing it outside. And at one point, this train kept going by and honking its horn. He goes, I can't believe I'm getting heckled by a train. And it was super funny. And we were laughing and he was laughing. And on stage, he goes, let me stop laughing so much before I pass out. And y'all know I have these concussions. I can't laugh a lot. And that was from all that bull riding. And his brain is basically just mush. And so he can't bend over too fast. He can't laugh a lot. There's certain things he just can't do because his brain on the inside is just putty. It's just mush. Why would you even let it get to that if you're Tua? I mean, the other point is there's other bull riders. I mean, he's fine. He does stand-up comedy. He tours doing motivational speaking. So the point would be like, oh, well, he lives a normal life. He just can't bend over real fast or laugh a lot. What's the big deal? And I'm sure Nick would be the first to tell you, if I could do it all over again, holy fuck, I'd wear a helmet. I'd do this. It's crazy. Amos said, basically, I'm saying I wouldn't want to be forced to quit something I worked the last 15 years of my life for. He doesn't have to. He could go play for another team. But I don't think you understand how an intervention works. And I don't think you would understand the point of it and the severity of what's at stake here. The man's life could be at stake. Because that's the thing, Amos. Let me ask you a question. You're saying I wouldn't want to be forced to quit something I've worked the last 15 years of my life for. And then let's say he goes out there and he unfortunately takes a blow to his head, and that's it. That man dies on the field, or brain dead, or worse, he's just, that's it. That's the end of his career. And as part of that, he's unable to function normally for the rest of his life. Was it worth it? Was it worth it so that you didn't inconvenience him? No, that's the whole point. You love him enough to make a tough decision to say, we love you enough to not let you go out there and risk this. That's the point. That's a great point, Nate. Nate said, I feel at some point there's going to be a documentary about Tua and about why nobody made him quit football. Yeah, until now, I had the money to the conversation. And I don't think money is the case. He's got money. He's made enough already. I wonder what his spot track numbers are. Let's see his spot track. Tua, Dirk. NFL Dolphins. Damn, Texans are 23rd in cap space. San Francisco's first. Whew. Carolina is minus 604 in cap space. How are you the worst goddamn team in football and you have no cap space? Bro, what is you doing, baby? Carolina, what is you doing? How are you the worst team in football and you have no cap space? Son. Oh my God. Cleveland is second worst, or Cleveland has the second most cap space? Am I reading this right? This can't be right. What? Wait a minute. Wait a damn minute. No, hold on. I have to go look at that. Yeah, it says cap space. 53 million, 21 million, 14 million. What is that? I gotta look at that. That's crazy. Dead cap. Total cap allocations, 261 million. Cap space, minus 604. Houseway. How? The fuck did they do? Oh, Lord. These guys, they fucked this all up. Lord Jesus. All right, focus, Barry, focus. I just can't believe that. Let's go back to Dolphins. Tua. Let's see. Tua. He's not on here. There we go. Tua. Signing bonus, average salary, contract terms. He's got 2 years left on his deal. Oh, no, he's got 4 years left on his deal. Total guaranteed. Average salary. Transactions. Career earnings. Tua has made $73 million through 2024. I think he's good. I think he's okay. He made $20 million his first year, 1.9, $2 million his second, 3.3 his third, 4.7 his fourth, 43 million his fifth, and he was injured. And that's this year. He's making 43 million, and he's injured right now. So I think he's good. Yeah, I think he's fine. Like he's fine. He's not going to go broke if he walks away. So, Spoons in my cap space is $63. Aaron said it would really have to come from his family, not the team. His family is who loves him the most, and it's mostly business for the team. But that's my point, Aaron. That's why I brought it up the way I did, is I don't know. I think his family would say that, and I think his family would, obviously tell him that, and we love you, and we don't want you to do it, and I get it. But I don't know that anyone stops Tua from playing. Family, friends, close loved ones, wife, sister, daughter, son, mother, father. I don't know that anyone in his circle or his camp, agents, anything can stop Tua from playing. I think, again, this is why I said it the way I said it. The only way that I think you can get Tua to not play football is the entire team has to come together and say, we love you too much to let you do this. We don't want you playing football. It's in your own best interest and your own good. And some things are more important than the game of football. And your health and your well-being long-term are more important. And I think that it takes that kind of collective. And I think you got to get the GM on board. You got to get the coach. And I think Mike McDaniel would be the first to tell you he's in. You know what I mean? And hell, I think the owner would have to go in and be like, I'll pay you for the rest of the year to walk away, bro. It's not worth it. I don't think he would, but it's going to take that kind of commitment, which is why I don't think it's going to happen. He's playing. And you can mark this down. Because I do this shit all the time. And then inevitably somebody's going to go, didn't Barry say? So go ahead and mark this down too. Because when, not if, but when this man suffers another concussion and everyone is freaking the fuck out because he won't wake up on the field and they can't get him to wake up. And now people are really starting to panic. Or it's the prolonged results of that concussion become one where he is unable to return. Then people are going to wonder, why did we let him play? And that'll be on all of them. So. They said they paid Andrew Luck his contract when he quit. Yeah. And it's so easy, Amos, to sit back over here and say these things. You know, I don't know if you've ever played football. I'm sure you played Pop Warner or whatever, but let me tell you, bro, it's a violent game. It's more violent than you and I will ever know at that level. There are guys who walk away from this game because of how violent it is. And there are some that want to walk away, but know financially they either can't or they just won't. But bro, it's a lot easier to sit on that keyboard and on this camera and talk about it than it is to be in that situation. And that goes for both of our arguments, mine and yours. But I'm just telling you, at the end of the day, whether you're Team Barry or Team Amos in this argument, at the end of the day, we are talking about two things: a game and a human being. And I think the question becomes, which one's more important? Cisco said, who has the next health scare first, Tua or Bronny? Tua. 1000% Tua. Yeah, we already covered that, Clarence. You're fucking way late. We just went through all the goddamn injuries. Like, way late. Way late. Yeah, I think Tua for sure has the next health scare. Clarence. Touche, sir. Touche. But yeah. That is a good question, but yeah, definitely. So let's run through a few of these games, and at the same time, let's see, what is this? Bitch, get out my, get the fuck, what in the fuck? Amos said, I have retired NFL players in my family. One's actually a Hall of Famer. I stand on what I said. At the end of the day, we're talking about two things: a game and a human being. All right, let's get to the scores. 10-22. All right. Because we had some crazy ass games this weekend, folk. Some good, some not so good. Let's start with your Houston Texans. Not good. Not good at all. I mean, we can talk Broncos Saints, but does anybody really want to cover that stinker of a game? I mean, I do. Oh, shit. You thought we was going to not talk about it? Really? Really? Look, Sean Payton went into that game the most hated man in the Crescent City. And he came out of there hated even more. But with a W. Oh, that had to feel good. Oh, my God. You know he left there so happy. Oh, oh my God, that had to be so sweet. How good did that victory feel? And not just to win that game, but to stomp the ever-living shit out of that team. And I know, he was hugging people and afterwards, that had to feel good. And wasn't the kicker for Denver a former Saint as well? Weren't they booing him every time he took the field? It was a lot of booing because he sure was on the field a lot. God damn, that was an ass whooping. Saints need to get healthy. I think when the Saints are healthy, they're formidable, especially offensively and defensively. Problem is, we just don't know who they are, and we won't until they're healthy. That's the bottom line for them. And the Broncos, I keep saying it, man, the Broncos are sneaky good, man. Somebody said, I don't know if it was here or somewhere else, but like, Bo Nix is pretty good. Well, let's hold on. Let's hold on. All right. He's no Drake May. The Broncos are not awful, we'll say. The Broncos are not disgustingly terrible. The Broncos are actually pretty good. And they went on the road, hostile environment against a banged up and bad Saints team right now, and did what they had to do. And look, Sean Payton is making chicken salad out of chicken shit with that offense right now. That defense is stout. But Bo Nix is starting to figure things out a little bit. I mean, he's not going to be Jaden Daniels. Is Bo Nix going to win you a Super Bowl? No. But, they're figuring it out. They're definitely figuring it out. Amos said Peyton's not hated. He still didn't have to pay for food or drinks in New Orleans. He left on good terms with the city. Okay. Didn't seem that way, but okay. You want to buy some paper bags and black and gold paint. You're an asshole, Total Dallas. Let's see. Oh, I was going to pull up the Laminator 5000. Let's see. Show prep, my drive, gambling. Not a good week for the Laminator 5000. Not a good week at all. We struggle busted. We had, what? Excuse me, sir and or ma'am. What saith you? How dare you? I don't think so. Let's see here. Unhide. Bitch. Let's try this again. Get scores. Oh, what the fuck is going on now? What have we done? What have we done now? Oh, fuck. I don't know what's going on. I'll have to fix that tonight. Maybe we'll go over the Laminator 5000 tomorrow. Something's wrong. Something's wrong with the spread. Story of my damn life. You're getting timed out right off the rip tomorrow, Total Dallas. Walton, I thought I was the only one that didn't know Peyton was hated. I thought I was the only one that didn't know. I'm confused. I thought I was the only one that didn't know Peyton was hated. What is that? I'm so confused on that. I was the only one that didn't know. Means you didn't know Peyton was hated. I didn't know Peyton. What? I'm so confused. I don't know what the fuck that means, Walt. That sentence for some reason has blown my mind, sir. All right, let's talk about the Texans. Let's just cut to the chase. This was an ugly football game for the Houston Texans. Ugly. And you saying Peyton was hated was news to me. I mean, it felt like it. And in fact, don't take my word for it. The man said it himself. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of flowers and warm fuzzies for yours truly, and I get it. His words, not mine. That was last week going into the game. And it had to do with him retiring and then coming back and then, retiring and then wanting to coach again, but not there, and then having them work a trade so that he could come back, but not for them, so he could coach elsewhere. And not because he couldn't get out of the contract. So he just wanted to be traded instead. And I don't think Saints fans appreciated that too much. At least that's what my understanding was. And I think that was his too. At least that's what he said. But what do we know? You guys are the fans, not me. Aaron said, I understood what you were saying. Well, I didn't. I'm telling you, that sentence fucked me up for some reason. I have no idea. I read it and I was like, what the fuck does that mean? I don't know why it fucked me up so bad. All right, let's get into the Texans for a minute, man. It was an ugly game. It was, and I'm seeing people, this is blowing my mind. This is blowing my mind. That people are saying that Bobby Slowick is the problem. People are saying that the play calling is the problem. And some dude on Twitter was, yeah, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. Listen, Bobby Slowick didn't go from one of the hottest commodities in the NFL to a complete fucking moron in 7 games or less. That's not how it works. The problem is sometimes the players just don't perform like they're supposed to. Okay? That's just a fact. And sometimes you have bad games. Sometimes, your OC might have a bad game calling plays. Sometimes your quarterback may have a bad game. Sometimes your O-line may have a bad game. Sometimes your receivers may have a bad game. Sometimes your running backs. Sometimes your defense. Sometimes your special teams. Sometimes your head coach. Sometimes everybody has a bad game at the same time. I'll tell you what did happen. I'll tell you what I did see. A couple of my observations. One, the O-line played like dog shit. They played like dog shit. First. Second, Green Bay's front seven was fucking nasty. I mean, nasty. Some of the blitz packages were nasty. Some of the ways that they disguised the blitz. Ugh. Some of the things that they did up front were crazy. So we can get into all the shit that the Texans did wrong, but let's just pause for a second and let's give some credit to Green Bay's defense and their DC for their game plan and their scheme, because it was fantastic. It was fantastic. And also, let's go rewind a little bit. And let's all stop for a moment and give a little bit of credit to Brian Flores, because I think Brian Flores has kind of showed the NFL how to beat this offense in general. This amalgamation of the West Coast offense that's being run by so many of the disciples of God, it goes all the way back to Kyle Shanahan and Gary Kubiak and Kyle's dad. And it's just been everybody puts their own flavor and twist on it, but it's kind of the same offense. And Brian Flores, every time he's faced it, has just killed it. And so I think if teams have been smart, they have watched that film and said, aha, so that's how you beat it. Now, it does take having to have the right personnel. Obviously, New England didn't have the right personnel to be able to handle that and do it. And Green Bay does. But, so start with giving credit to Green Bay's defense, first and foremost. But then let's talk about how bad that O-line played. They were awful. CJ Stroud was running for his life the entire day. You saw it. Man, I'm not telling you anything you didn't watch. I'm not telling you anything you didn't see. But he was also pretty inaccurate all day. Even when he had opportunities, they may not have been perfect, clean pockets all day. He may not have had 5 and 7 seconds to throw the ball. He may not have had, the best opportunities. But even when he would create for himself or even move outside the pocket and sometimes on the run, which he has been exceptional throwing on the run, he was off all day. He had so many underthrown balls. He was just off. And no one wants to stop and say, CJ Stroud had a bad day at the office. And I don't know, maybe on talk radio, I don't listen. Maybe somebody said it. But if they didn't, I'm here to tell you, CJ Stroud had a bad day at the office Sunday. Now, part of that is when you're running for your life and you're frustrated and you're out of your rhythm and you're out of sync, that's going to happen. Because then once you do get a pocket, you're like, oh shit, what was that? What? Oh, shit. And then you're running for no reason. Your footwork starts to get sloppy because you don't know. You start to feel blitzes that aren't there. You start seeing shit that's not there. Do I trust that Joe Mixon's picking up the blitz? Do I trust that? You don't know. So you get a little antsy. He slammed his helmet. When did you ever think you'd see CJ Stroud, Mr. Cool under pressure? Remember, that's all we've heard about this kid since he got here. He never gets rattled. He's the same calm, cool, and collective no matter what. His demeanor never changes no matter what. Well, it fucking changed on Sunday because he slammed his helmet to the ground. He's sick of that shit. And I don't blame him. But when someone who has the reputation of their demeanor never changing starts slamming their helmet to the ground because they're pissed off and frustrated, that lets you know how bad it is. But he didn't have a perfect day. He missed a ton of throws. And everyone wants to be pissed off about Tank Dell dropping a touchdown pass in the back of the end zone. And I get it. He did. Yeah. Hit him in the breadbasket as he had to drop and roll like he was on fire. That wasn't a perfect throw. So I saw Walt say Diggs is washed and Dell ain't it. Tank dropped more than one pass. Yes, he did. Yes, he certainly did. Tank Dell had a tough day. He did. Absolutely did. Everybody had a bad day. The O-line had a shitty day. The receivers had a shitty day. The quarterback had a shitty day. Everybody had a bad day on the offense except Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon did his job. I don't even know. What was his final line? Joe Mixon carried the ball 25 times for 115 yards. Joe Mixon did his job. 2 touchdowns. He averaged 4.6 yards a carry. CJ Stroud was 10 of 21 for 86 yards. And then everybody, all I see is Tank Dell sucks. The O-line is trash. Everybody's garbage. Bro, CJ Stroud was 10 of 21 for 86 yards. He was sacked 4 times. He was on the run a million times. I get it. But 10 of 21 for 86 yards, that's not all. That's not all the offensive line. Some of that is CJ Stroud. Okay? No touchdowns, no interceptions. That's just a bad day at the office, all right? That's just a bad day at the office. So CJ Stroud didn't do his job. Joe Mixon, he did his job. Damian Pierce, 2 carries for 2 yards. Didn't do his job. Dario Ongumwale, 1 carry for 6 yards. Didn't do his job. Dropped a wide open throw. Joe Mixon, 2 catches for 9 yards. Xavier Hutchinson, 1 catch, 11 yards. One target. Joe Mixon was targeted 3 times, caught 2 of them. Cade Stover targeted 1 time, 1 catch, 15 yards. Stephon Diggs targeted 7 times, caught 5 of them, 23 yards, 4.6 yard average. So I don't know why Walt is saying Diggs is washed. The problem was in this regard, they didn't have time to set Diggs up for anything downfield. In fact, I think the first 2 or 3 balls that he caught were just essentially wide receiver screens just because CJ Stroud had no time. You couldn't set anything up for them. And then by the time they got the ball to him, the Packers were swarming. It was chaos for this Texans offense. And then Dalton Schultz had 1 catch for 28 yards. He was targeted twice. Tank Dell was targeted 4 times, 0 catches for 0 yards. Not good. Not good. And that's it. Ongumwale had 1 target and he dropped it. And then again, Stephon Diggs had the most targets at 7, caught 5 of them. And that's it. If you have 7 targets and you have 5 catches for 23 yards, that's right, Amos. You're the safety valve. You're the oh shit. Hey, what's my route? You're my oh shit. Set blue. I'm sorry. I'll do the Dak Prescott. Yeah, here we go. Oh shit. That's it. I mean, that's what it was with Diggs. Go back and watch. His first catch, if I go back and look, I want to say it was like 1 yard. It was just basically, it was bad. Teams have legit tape on CJ and team this season. This is going to happen. Yeah. Shut up, Total Dallas. I hate it so much. Yeah, here we go. Fuck, I hate watching Cowboy games because of that. Oh my God. Do something different, Dak. I love you, but I fucking hate that so much. Jesus. It's wild. Here's the thing. There's a couple of things going on here. Cece, shush, Barry. Oh my God, Cece, it doesn't drive you crazy? Tell the truth. That doesn't drive you nuts? Oh my God. Omaha was great. I don't know why. Omaha never bothered me. Rodgers' green 18, kinda, not too bad. But Dak's, yeah, here we go, is just fucking sounds annoying. Because he just sounds like he's like, I don't know, he sounds like a little kid. It's hot. It's not hot. It's not hot at all. It sounds like he's like a little kid that is like taunting his parents. You know, it sounds like he's on vacation, and then like his parents were like, "Hey, Dak, here we go," and he goes, "Yeah, here we go." That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like. Like, yeah, here we go. Oh my God, fucking stop. So, the Texans offense, obviously, complete ass, right? Jordan Love, 24 of 33, 220 yards, 2 interceptions, does have the 3 titties. And, 6.7 average. Packers only manage 82 yards running the ball. Romeo Doubs, eight catches for 94 yards. I mean, it was the Packers offense was okay. Jordan Love, kind of some bad luck, but he made some mistakes. He proved to be flawed, and the Texans defense looked good. And that's kind of the point that I want to make about what we saw on Sunday. D'Amico Ryans had a moment where he should have challenged a call and he didn't, and that was his fault, and he owned it. He said, "That's my bad." And he has owned the fact that they're going to have to fix protecting CJ Stroud, that he can't get hit that much. He said as much. They're going to have to get with, and everybody wants to blame Slowik, but you know who you really need to blame? And you know who you really need to get with? O-line coach. You're going to have to sit down with that O-line coach and work on protection schemes. You're going to have to work on who's passing who off and why. What are the O-line calls? Who's taking who? Whose responsibility is who? I mean, you've cleaned up the penalties finally, but now you've got to figure out again whose responsibility is who. Because it ain't working. And when they have more guys on the line than you can block, who's supposed to do what? But I say all that, and at the end of the day, they lost on the last play of the game. As bad as this was, CJ Stroud had 86 yards passing. And this came down to a field goal with no time left on the clock. This was not a blowout. If you were to tell me, without me seeing anything, no, didn't watch the game, I don't know the score, and I said, how'd the game go? And you said, well, CJ Stroud was 10 of 21 for 86 yards passing, no touchdowns. How do you think it went? I'd be like, oh, fuck, they lost 35-3. That's what I would tell you. They lost 35-3, or maybe 6, or maybe 9. No, 10 of 21 for 86 yards? No way. Yeah, they definitely kicked a couple field goals and that's it. Right? There's no way they lost by 2 on a game-winning field goal as time expires. Right? There's no way they were in it the entire time because their defense kept them in it. That's not possible, is it? That's not the mark of a good team, is it? And before you would jump in the chat and say how ridiculous that take is, go take a look at the Chiefs. We just talked earlier about how Patrick Mahomes has more interceptions than he does touchdowns, but that team is still winning. It is the mark of a good team that when your offense is struggling, your defense picks you up. And when your defense is struggling, your offense picks you up. And this is also why they say complementary football makes for a great football team. But it's also why when one phase is struggling, the other one can pick them up. And then when it all gets right, it's beautiful. This team has all the makings of a great football team. They have talent on every side of the ball. And when it all comes together, they're damn near unstoppable. But they're not perfect, and they're not going to be. Walt had said something. He said, Diggs has 150 less yards than Nico in 2 more games. Diggs is at best a wide receiver 3 now. Tank is only effective in the slot, but Diggs is there now. Yeah, Diggs has 150 less yards than Nico with 2 more games. But you got to take this game into account with what we just talked about. I mean, he had 5 catches. What did I tell you, for what? 23 yards, and it was just all checkdowns. I mean, that's it. Well, the longest pass play of the game was 28 yards to Dalton Schultz. Diggs had a 17-yard catch of his 23. That's not his fault. Think about that. That's not his fault. That's the route. That's the route. If you have 5 catches for 23 yards and you have a long of 17, that means your other 4 catches were a total of 6 yards. Those other routes are basically at the line of scrimmage. And do you know why that is? Because your OC is recognized, for fuck's sake, we can't run a route because no one's blocking. So goddamn, just get the ball out of your hands, get it to Diggs, and see if we can make something happen. Nope. Can't. Nope. Can't make anything happen out there either. Now, granted, Nico Collins might have made a few people miss and got a few more yards after catch or contact. I'll give you that. But goddamn. I mean, this game was an anomaly, so we could go back and look the week before and see how it would compare. And I'm with you, Walt. I said as much. I did, Evil Death. You missed it. I said we can poo-poo on the Texans offense all day long. And I started this whole thing with, we got to give credit to the Packers defense. So you missed all that. Eamon said the coach called out passing game. I was surprised the quarterback is rarely called out. You have to. You have to. Everybody was at fault. I mean, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I don't get on here and play favorites. And I also don't watch anything. I watch the games, but I don't listen to radio hosts give their opinions. I don't watch TV guys give their opinions. I don't watch press conferences and then repeat what coaches say. I watch the games and then I come on here and talk. So whatever opinions you get from me are mine, whether they're good, bad, right, or wrong, they're just mine. And so I gave credit to the Packers defense. I told you that Stroud was off all day. If you watch, you can see this. And so I'm glad to hear that because it's true. But just a lot of times people won't tell you, or coaches won't go and say, yeah, Stroud, you were terrible. You had a fucking awful day. Because he did. He did. Everybody did. The only person, as I said when this started, the only person who didn't have a bad day was Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon did not have a bad day. And you can't even give credit to the O-line for that. I guarantee you, if you go find the next gen stats, most of his yards were after contact. I think there was one that he had that was pretty nice. God damn, he's slow, by the way. Oh my God. I don't know if it's the ankle. I don't think it is. But Jesus Christ, when he gets in the open field, he looks like a combination of Jeremy Pena and I don't know who. It's a little Eric Dickerson. It's a little Jeremy Pena. And it looks like, I don't know, somebody with firecrackers in their shoe. I was like, what? Oh my God, this guy. It almost looks like he starts running forward and then he starts running backwards. It just looks so slow once he gets on the open field. Because once he busts open, I'm like, he's not scoring. He ain't getting away from nobody. It's great. It's great. But he'll never break one for 70. That ain't going to happen. I don't believe that to be the case. I wonder when the last time he had a a run over 40 yards. I'd be interested to see what his last like really long run was. Let's see. This year, as long as 59. What? I'll be damned. I stand corrected. Let's see. 2023 had a long of 44. 2022, 40. 2021, 32. I'm telling you, man, he just doesn't have. He's a bruiser. He just doesn't have good open field speed. 2019, 41. 2018, 51. 2017, first year in the league, 25. I'm stunned. His longest run of his career is this year, 59. Wow. You'd have never got me to guess that in a million years. Did everybody fall down? Did everybody trip? How? That's crazy. Who was it? That's wild. Because he's slow as shit. Credit to the defense. But they got work to do, man. They got a ton of work to do. Wanted to see a couple things here. Damn, Derrick Henry got up to 21 miles per hour on his 80-yard run last night. That's Derrick Henry's. He's a freak, dude. Absolute freak. Texans had the ball for 31 minutes. Let's see. No turnovers. No turnovers. They were 2 for 4 in the red zone. And 4 sacks. 5 penalties for 55 yards. Packers were penalized 8 times for 55 yards. It was a clean game. No turnovers. Didn't lead, didn't have more penalties. Were, somewhat efficient and got to the red zone 4 times. Had the ball more. Like, they just sucked on offense, specifically in the passing game. They just couldn't get the ball out. Now, what would be interesting to see, and I didn't have it, I kind of wish I'd save it, but I'd be curious to see what the Packers have done defensively in the pass game. How well their secondary has played all year, and has it been like that? And how they get after teams week after week. That would be curious to see. Is this a secondary worth watching, and have they replicated this week after week? Let's see here. And then we're going to move on. Wow, Clarence, you ain't have to do that. Clarence, I remember when the Cowboys had a chance to get Derrick Henry and Saquon? Pepperidge Farms remembers. You're such a dick. Packers and Vikings as the box score, team stats. Vikings had 254 yards passing. And that was back when they were bowling. Green Bay gave up 266 yards passing. Oh, hell. Colts only had 198 yards passing. Titans is going to be low. Still, the Titans had more than the Texans did. Oh, no, they didn't. Oh, no. Yeah, they did. 204. Titans had 204 yards passing. That's terrible. Texans look like ass. Absolute ass. All right, more scores for you. Patriots Jags. That was that London game. I was barely up. Yeah, I mean, it's a good defense. I just didn't know that their rush and their secondary was that good. Doug Peterson saved his job for another week. It's going to happen. unless there's some sort of miracle turnaround, which I still don't think the Jags are winning this division. The Colts, I mean, the Texans are winning this division. But what's the tipping point? What's the tipping point for Doug Peterson saving his job, right? Is it a wild card? Is it just missing it in the last week or so? Is it respectability? I don't know. Is it turning Trevor Lawrence around and making him look good again? But you just feel like Doug Peterson is teetering at this point. And he needed that. And boy, there was no better team to show up than the Patriots. They're just awful. Drake May has looked okay. I was surprised, pleasantly surprised how he played against the Texans. And he might have been their lone bright spot against the Jags. I mean, he had 2 more touchdown passes, but other than that, the Patriots are just ass. But Walt said the Pack are healthier than they had been in a few weeks. Texans are missing key players. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's a good point too, Walt. The Texans did have a lot of key players out on defense, which is surprising that they still were able to be in it like they were. Boy, Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson Jr. Oh. Yeah, I think Nico Collins makes a big difference in this one. I do. I think Nico Collins makes a big difference in this one. Although, well, maybe not. Can you get him the ball? Yeah, but London ain't home, though. So, that was in London. Seahawks, Falcons. Geno Smith. How do you go? Man, this is just houseway. How is this happening? Geno Smith is somehow leading the NFL in passing. Now, DK Metcalf left the game. He's injured. We saw he'll be out for a couple of weeks. But Geno Smith has found the fountain of youth in Seattle. And this is not just a fluke. This wasn't just a one-time thing, man. He's rolling. But they go on the road and beat a good Falcons team. On the road in Atlanta. 34-14. It just was never in doubt. Just not. What is this? What is this Seattle team? Who is this Geno Smith? What? That's pretty wild. Geno Smith goes 18 of 28, 207 yards, put 2 touchdowns, has a 110 rating, no interceptions, clean game, 1 sack. Just wild. Pretty crazy, man. Atlanta, let's see. They had let's see, where is it? 214 yards passing. 155 yards rushing. Man, Seahawks are crazy. You don't feel like they're supposed to be good. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Oh, you said that jokingly because they've played more games in London than anyone. That's true. Well, my bad. I should have known. My bad. You wonder. I just wonder. Are they going to move over there? Wouldn't that be weird? You know teams would hate that. Bro, how shitty would that be having to fly over there? Oh, God, they would hate that so much. If you had a permanent team in London. Oh, God, that would suck. Other scores from around the league. Let's go. Let's power through some of this shit because we got to do some NBA and some baseball. We might do NBA tomorrow. All right, Titans, Bills. Bills rolled the Titans again. The Titans are just a mess, man. 34-10. Bengals beat the Browns. Speaking of messes, Joe Burrow and the Bengals rolling, and you start to feel like you get the feeling, I guess, that they're getting some momentum. You know what I mean? Hey, what up, Joe Bro? Good to see you, buddy. Jared said it would only work if you went on your bye week. Yeah, that's the thing is I think every team that went would have to be scheduled either after a bye week or like a Monday night, like, or a Thursday night football game. And then it would be on a Monday night or some shit like that. You know what I mean? But you get the feeling that the Bengals might be starting to get momentum and be getting back to the Bengals team that we're used to. And the Browns, it helps playing the Browns. And it certainly does. The Browns are just a debacle. And it's only getting worse. Although, I say it's only getting worse. Losing Deshaun Watson to injury might be the best thing that happened to that team. Because I know Kevin Stefanski says he wanted to roll with Deshaun Watson. He's our guy. We're rolling with Deshaun Watson. He's our guy. I know he said that because he's supposed to, because they have so much money invested in it. He don't want that. He don't want that. You know, the first person to celebrate internally, because you're not supposed to celebrate injuries, was Stefanski. When Deshaun Watson went down and grabbed his leg, you know, Stefanski on the inside was like, fuck yeah. Yeah. On the outside, he was like, oh no. Oh, is he okay? Inside, he's like, woo! Yahoo! Yes! Fuck yeah! Finally! This fucking weirdo out of here. Woo! Yes! Guarantee you. Guarantee you. Alec! Yo! Alec! What is up, pimpin'? Good to see you, homie. Alex said, greetings from Norway, by the way. Quack. Yeah, baby. Alec, all the way from Norway. Damn, son. What time is it over there in Norway? Hold on, let me Google that shit. What time is it in Norway? It's time to get ill. 11:19 p.m. Holy shit. It's late, man. What up, pimpin'? Your ducks are rolling, man. Your ducks is rolling, pimp. They look good. They look good. Dan Lanning is rolling. Although, I know you missed it, Alec, but I said he should have never said nothing. He got too smart for his own britches when he started bragging about, well, yeah, we meant to have 12 men on the field. Shush, shush. Real G's move of silence, man. Listen to Lil Wayne. Be lasagna. Be lasagna, Dan. Be lasagna. Damn, you done runt it. You could have used that shit again, Dan. Alec, you good, bro? How's it going, man? You going good? How's Norway? Is it cold there? What's the temps in Norway, Alec? Was it great news, Browns fans? They signed Bailey Zappi. Oh, my God. To cure the QB problem. Well, Joe Flacco wasn't available. Nor was Jameis Winston. Oh, no. Winston is the guy. Oh, that's right. I think I'd just roll with Winston. I think that's who I would just go with. I mean, Winston would be the guy. I'd roll Winston with Zappi as the backup. Yeah. In the 30s. Oh, hell no. Bro, it's October 17. It's not supposed to be 30 yet. Hell no. That's too cold, homie. That's way too damn cold. Yeah, that's a good question. Joe Pro said, Alec, do you watch games or just check box scores? Jared said, I wonder if they called Manziel. That would be fun. Hey, Johnny, what you doing? I'm Johnny, is you drunk? No, I'm not. I'm good, man. Never mind. We'll let you go. No, what's it? Say it, player. Say what you got. No, we'll call you back, Johnny. Fuck. Somebody get Bernie Kosar on the line. He's dead. Oh, fuck. Is he? I don't know. Probably. Well, go dig his ass up, man. Dig up Bernie Kosar. Rather fucking run his old ass, dead ass out there than fuck. Bernie Kosar is 60. I really feel like Bernie Kosar would give you a better chance at 60 than Bailey Zappi would at whatever, however the fuck old he is. Jeez. What's Tim Couch doing? A film session with Jameis Winston would be hilarious. Oh, man. Bro, Jameis Winston trying to be motivational is the best unintentional comedy ever. Because he's out here eating W's and I mean, dude, when he tries to motivate people, it is just fucking hilarious. Oh, God. He's so great, Walt. All right, let's get through the rest of these scores because I really do want to get some World Series in. And then tomorrow we'll do some basketball. And I knew we weren't going to get to it today, but Walt sent me some stuff that I want to get to you guys as well. I think you're really going to enjoy it. Y'all know me. I love some positivity. I think you're going to really enjoy this. All right, rest of the scores looking like this. All right, we got Bengals, Browns, 21-14. Dolphins, Colts beat the Dolphins 16-10. Dolphins need some help. And if you're getting beat by the Colts, oh yeah, he does have a thing for crab legs. That's right. Lions beat the Vikings in the game of the week. Well, I don't know. I say that Baltimore Tampa could have been the game of the week too, but this one kind of surprised me a little bit. I really thought at home with that defense, Vikings would have handled their business. Now, it's not like it was a blowout, but I think that Jared Goff and Dan Campbell put the NFL on notice. And here's why I say that. We knew that the Lions were a good football team. Okay? We knew that that offense and we knew about the Lions. It's not like the Lions snuck up on anybody. But Aiden Hutchinson's out for the season. Aiden Hutchinson's been hurt. Or he was hurt last week. He's gone. They did this without him. That's what's scary. Is they lost one of the best defensive players in the NFL, and they still beat one of the best teams, one of the last undefeated teams in the NFL on the road, intra-division. That's a big deal. I don't think people understand. That's a big deal. So this was really a statement game by the Lions. This was really a, hey, y'all better pay attention to the Lions. I know that this might be one of those recency bias things, but the Lions winning a game like that makes my spidey senses tingle a little bit and go, ooh. That makes me feel NFC Championship game-ish. Oof. That makes me want to write their name in to the NFC Championship game right now. I mean, we'll look at the standings in a minute, but like, name another team. Name another team that would scare you more than them right now. I know things can change. Injuries and everything else can happen, but that's stout. For my money right now, might be the best team in the NFC. Eagles beat the Giants 28-3. Saquon goes on the road and absolutely destroys the New York Giants and has to enjoy it. He put up 176 yards. He only had one touchdown. You know he wanted more. Had a 55-yard run, so that felt good. But you knew what was going to happen, right? You just knew it was going to be, give me the rock. Give me the rock and let me run. That's exactly what they did. 17 carries. He averaged a first down every time he touched the ball. He averaged a first down every time he touched the ball against the Giants. Jalen Hurts had a pretty pedestrian day. 10 for 1,414 yards and a touchdown, but they didn't need it. They didn't need it. Saquon Barkley with 176 yards. Overall, Eagles had 269 yards rushing. Is that good? For fuck's sake. All right, keep it on with these scores. The Rams beat the Raiders. Ugh. There's your Commanders score. Commanders beat the Panthers 40-7 behind the arm of the always scary Marcus Mariota. Chiefs beat the 49ers 28-18. Poor Niners, man. They're just the walking mash unit. Them and the Saints. And then my guy, all he does is win, win, win no matter what. Steelers just destroyed the Jets. And for a while there, it looked like the Russell Wilson experiment was a big mistake. Early on, it looked like Mike Tomlin was like, what the fuck did I do? But Russ started to figure things out. Russ was rusty. Started to figure things out and shake it off a little bit. And lo and behold, that Steelers defense did its job. Aaron Rodgers looks like trash. And I don't give a fuck. There's just, they've tried everything now. They've given this man everything. At some point, the Jets are just going to have to realize that the problem is Aaron. And either Aaron's going to have to get his shit together and figure it out, or they're just going to suck the rest of the season. But he can complain about Robert Saleh, Mike Williams, not knowing the snap count, running wrong routes. He can complain about all the shit he wants to complain about. Go and get Devontae Adams. I need this guy. I need that guy. Guess what you need, guy? You need you from 4 years ago is what you need, Aaron. At some point, he's just going to have to take ownership of it. When everything else around you has changed to make it better, and it's not better, maybe it's you. Yo, what up, Mark? Good to see you, pimp. Walt said my biggest play was Lions money line. I was so nervous when the Vikings got that late fumble return to take the lead. Oh, nice. Very nice. That is a good play, Mark. Walt, good job, dude. Joe Bro said, friends don't let friends chat and drive. You might spill your beer. Nice. No. The Jets are just trash. But it's going to be interesting to see what Russ does. I do love what Tomlin did, though. Tomlin didn't give a fuck. Most coaches would not have the balls to yank a guy who has been winning. Well, the Steelers were 5-2 going into this. They were 4-2. Yeah, the Steelers were 4-2 going into this. First in the division, tied for first, 4-2. Most coaches who are tied for first in the division a third of the way through the football season. One third. Done. You have completed 1/3 of an NFL season and you are tied for first in your division in a year when no one expected shit from you. Everyone thought you might finish last in that division behind Baltimore, Cincy, and Cleveland. And instead, you're first because Justin Fields has been playing out of his mind. And what do? You bench him for a guy who was playing like trash the year before in Denver? Most people would be like, what are you doing? But it's Mike Tomlin. Craziness. Oh, don't ask me, Chris. Don't ask me. Don't get me started. Listen, I'm already getting a semi, okay? Don't ask me. Y'all know where I stand on Mike Tomlin. You know where I stand on Mike Tomlin, okay? This don't ask me. Don't ask me. This is a Mike Tomlin stand show. In fact, I need a little Mike Tomlin ode to Mike Tomlin on this show. I just need a little something around here. That's it. He's the man. He's the man. This dude has been the man for years. I have a man crush. I've had a man crush on this dude as a coach for years. It's just, I don't know. You guys know. You're sick of hearing about it. What others? Last night, Ravens beat the Bucks 41-31. And Cardinals beat the Chargers 17-15. I didn't watch that. What on earth was that about? Good Lord. That feels like that would have been an awful game to watch. 7-6 at the half. 7-6 at the half. Ugh. 7-9 after 3. And then they decide to start scoring. God. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Field goal. Fuck. Good Lord. Got a Kyler Murray 44-yard run and a Greg Dortch 5-yard pass. Oh, boy. Nothing says excitement like a Greg Dortch 5-yard pass. Look at the Chargers putting up 5 field goals. Jesus Christ. What? Look at this. Justin Herbert is 27 for 39 for 349 yards, and they don't score a touchdown? How, Sway? They have 59 total yards rushing? What is this? In what world? Did they have 11 fumbles? What is this? This is craziness. How many turnovers did they have? Did they have just a ton of turnovers here? What is this? Oh, they had 2 turnovers. Well, that'll do it. Yep, 2 fumbles lost. That'll do it. Had the ball for. That's crazy, man. That's a weird game. Nate said the man who hasn't won a playoff game in a decade. Bro. Also the man who hasn't had a losing record in that same span. You know how hard it is to win in the playoffs? Do you understand how hard that is? Do you even understand how hard it is to get to the playoffs? Do you understand how hard it is to just have a winning record every single year? Walton, I know people in Pittsburgh that hate him. I don't get it. He's the best head coach in the league, in my opinion. It's not even close. It's not even. No one has done more with less since Big Ben left. No one has done more with less. No one. He's the Eric Spoelstra of the NFL. That's what Mike Tomlin is. Mike Tomlin is Eric Spoelstra. He's a guy. He just does more with less. He's just out there. Name another coach that would have their job if they haven't won a playoff game in 10 years. Another coach that's gotten them to the playoffs and is a winning record every year. Have you seen his winning percentage? Also, I want you to think about this. I want you to think about the way, I want you to think about the respect that Mike Tomlin has of his peers and his team, 1 and 2. And then I want you to think about the way that he had navigated and handled the situations that came up with Antonio Brown and the Big Ben rape allegation situation. And he navigated that franchise through both while still maintaining a level of excellence in both situations. And never let either one of those become a distraction. Even when Antonio Brown, who was it that was recording him in the locker room? Nate said that the answer is none. They fired Belichick after 4 years and he has 8 rings. Belichick wanted to go. Nate said, dude, that wasn't Tomlin. That was Cowher. Tomlin was there with Antonio Brown and Big Ben. Wasn't he there for the rape allegation? I thought that was him. Was he not there for that? No, maybe I'm wrong then. I could have sworn he was there for the Antonio Brown thing, though. Oh, yeah, maybe the Big Ben thing was Cowher. How long has he been there? Let's see. Mike Tomlin. Let's see. He's been there since 2007. So he's been there 17 years. He's won 63% of his games. That's the crazy thing. You don't even understand how good 63% of his winning, a 63% winning percentage is in the NFL, bro. That's crazy good. When did Ben rape that second lady? Yeah, that's what I was going to do. Well, allegedly. Ben Roethlisberger. Wikipedia. Early life, college career, professional career. First Super Bowl, 2005. 2007. Second Super Bowl, 2008. Come on, fuck Wikipedia. Let's get it. Comeback games, NFL records, charitable work, personal life, controversy, motorcycle accident in 2006. Sexual assault allegations in July of 2009. Andrea McNulty filed a civil claim in district court accusing Roethlisberger of sexual assault in June of 2008 in his hotel room. Milledgeville, Georgia. In March of 2010, it was revealed that the police in Georgia investigated Roethlisberger for assault inside the women's restroom in the Capital City nightclub. That was March of 2010. Bruh. You was saying. You was saying. I didn't think I was fucking crazy. He went through both allegations with Ben. Not just one, both. It was 2009, 2010. One of them was settled in 2011. He was suspended in 2010 for 6 games. Let's see. And then there was the Antonio Brown thing with the recordings and then all the diva shit that he went through. I'm just telling you, Nate, you can be sick of him all you want. I'm going to tell you right now, Nate. I'm not missing the point. I'm not missing the point. You literally said when I named the fact that he navigated both of those extremely difficult controversies and the Antonio Brown antics. You literally, you literally exclamation marked me, dude, that wasn't Tomlin, that was Bill Cowher. No, it wasn't, pimp. No, it wasn't. And you're a fan of this team. No, yeah, I'm telling you. You said I asked you a question about which coach would have their job, and you brought up rape allegations. I was making a point. Skiggity said Barry be cooking. I don't need to answer the question because I'm going to answer it a different way. If the Steelers fired Mike Tomlin today, there's at least 6 teams in the NFL that would fire their fucking coach 30 minutes after the news broke. At least 6 teams, they'd be like, boop, 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 boop. Oh, I got an NFL alert. Steelers fired Mike Tomlin. Oh, shit. Hey, what's up, Doug? Yeah, no, it's, what up, Doug? Yeah, hey, listen, you're fired. Yeah, man, I'm sorry, Doug. Don't worry about it. Bro, I'm telling you, literally, they said this on the broadcast, on the Jets broadcast. Bro, 80% of the NFL would hire him, no questions asked. He is, without a doubt, one of the most respected head coaches in this league. He's the longest tenured. Outside of Andy Reid, I don't think there is a more respected head coach in the NFL. Outside of Andy Reid, bar none. And just because you're a fan of the team and can't stand him because they don't win in the playoffs, because they've had to fight tooth and nail against Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid and Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, doesn't mean that he's not a great coach. It just means he doesn't have a franchise level quarterback. And do you know why he doesn't have a franchise level quarterback? Because he wins every single year. And in order to get a franchise level quarterback, you have to have sucked at some point. And guess what Mike Tomlin has never done in his coaching life as a head coach? Sucked. He has never shit the bed and sucked so bad in a way that has put his team in position to give him a franchise level quarterback or the opportunity to draft one. So it's his own fault that he's never had his version of Patrick Mahomes or Tom Brady, because he always wins no matter what. So I hope that makes a little sense, because he doesn't have one. I get it. Yeah, he won a Super Bowl with Ben. What are you talking about? They won one in 2008? What are you talking about? They won a Super Bowl with Ben. They won a Super Bowl in 2008 with Big Ben, bro. It was Cowher's team. No, he was fucking coaching it. If it was Cowher's team, then where the fuck was Cowher? Huh? And by the way, Bill Cowher wasn't the GM, was he? If he was, then correct me, because I'm not a Steelers fan per se. Okay? If it was Cowher's team because he's the GM, then cool. But all I'm telling you is, if that was Cowher's team, then why the fuck wasn't Bill Cowher still around? What did he do to get run off? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? If it was his team, if he was so great, where the fuck was he? Why the fuck was Mike Tomlin running that team winning a Super Bowl in 2008? If Cowher was the man, where was he? And if that team was so great, how the come the fuck that they did not win one in 2007? I'm just saying, bro. It's really hard to win in an era of Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes, especially when you've never been so bad that you can't draft your version of that. Does that not register? Like, bro, like he's sustained a level of excellence. He has sustained a level of excellence for that franchise and that city that hasn't afforded them the opportunity to do that. Who gives a fuck? Bro, that's ridiculous. Who cares? We can sit here, we can come up with stupid ass losses for everybody. Tom Brady couldn't fucking beat Eli Manning. Tom Brady and Bill Belichick could not beat Eli Manning, bro. They couldn't beat Eli Manning. Eli Manning is fucking garbage compared to those. I'm not saying I have to win. We're just arguing, bro. You don't take it that serious. This is what we do. This is an argument. Don't get mad just because I have a mic. You can type in all caps if you want. I know you can't like actually yell, but you can type in all caps. I'm not saying you shouldn't have high expectations for your team. You absolutely should. But I'm telling you right now, bro, as a former Texans fan, trust me, I would love to have the problem of having a winning record every season and making the playoffs. Jeez. Trust me, as a former Oiler, I'm telling you, you don't know. It's like, what's the saying? You don't know what you got till it's gone. Man, the grass is always greener. I'm telling you. Shut up, Alex. I probably would. That's true. If I could marry Mike Tomlin. Is he available? Is he single? Is he married? I did not say that, Jesus. I love Nate, and he knows it. This is just a stupid take. That's all. Nate's great. This take is not. Oh, hell. That's not. I would never do that. I would never put up a picture of Tomlin in the Super Bowl parade. I would never do that. Low blow, Barry. Low fucking blow. All right, we got all the football stuff in. This is Barry and Mike. Are we docking? Let's see. Is he married? Let's see. Oh, fuck, he's married. Yep. Shit. I guess so. Shit. Well. All right, let's see. I guess arguing with Steelers fans is a lot like arguing with Cowboy fans. I learned something. No, look. I love it. First of all, I want you all to know, and I say this all the time, and I hope you really do understand this. I love that. I love this. I hope you guys know. I want you to be passionate about your takes and argue with me. I love that. You should absolutely stand your ground. I have the microphone, so we don't get to hear you, but you should absolutely don't just back down because I get to talk and you don't actually get to talk. You absolutely have a voice in that chat and you should express it. And you should say what the fuck you want to say. And if you think I'm wrong, you should say it. And please don't take the fact that I argue and get loud and all that shit as anything other than me arguing. That is all it is. That is all it is. That's it. So I absolutely stand your ground. I love it. I think it makes the show great. It's a fun thing. And I've done it with a lot of people in this chat. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I hope you guys continue to do that. Keep your, Yeah, keep your opinions, man. Stand your ground. That's what makes this fun. It's like, we do it. You do it with your boys all the time. Or your girls. Oh, shut the fuck up, Total Dallas. Total Dallas, you have never been right in a sports argument ever. Like, ever. Ever. Now, on God, son. On God. Let's get in a little baseball before we break for the day. And because I got to go relight all my candles at my Mike Tomlin mural. That's true. That's true. Loud is a Laminac factory setting. Oh my God, my whole family is just naturally loud. That's my aunt. Oh God, my aunt was so loud. It's a default. It's a default setting. I can't help it. I mean, when Joel and I used to argue, that's how it would be. I just get loud as fuck. He'd be like, "Why are you yelling?" I'd be like, "I don't know." Aaron said you ain't got to do Total Dallas like that. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, the fuck I do. All right, little bit of World Series chatter. I guess, Shrine. Yeah, did I say mural? I meant Shrine. Sorry. I'm stupid, Donna. Thank you. Got to leave it up to the smart ones to set me straight. Yeah, it's nice. I've got like this little, it's got his picture, and I've got some candles. And every night before I go to bed, I pray and I kiss it. Yeah. Yeah, Nate, have you been in my house or what? It's weird, bro. Are you watching me? Nate said, do you have a Tomlin sign picture in your nightstand you kiss before you go to bed? Are you watching me, bro? Because that's creepy. How did you know? That's so creepy, dude. It's my screensaver. What the fuck? Can you guys see my phone? All right. You can all go to hell. I'm going to Mike Tomlin's house. All right. All right. This is getting weird. Everybody knock it off. Donna said, I know I've resorted to Hallmark movies. Joe said, Donna, I miss having baseball to listen to in October. This sucks. Yeah, it does suck. All right, Dodgers and Yankees are going to kick off on Friday. Here's the schedule. Let's pull that up too. Full schedule looks as such. October 25th and 26th are games 1 and 2 in LA. And that is Friday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, back in New York. Now, a couple things, man. The Yankees are red hot right now, and that's the scary thing. That's the scary thing coming into this. You've got, look, Garrett Cole. Look, first of all, somebody said it best. It was Goliath versus Goliath, I think was the headline I saw. Was that what it was? I saw, yeah, Goliath versus Goliath. Oh God, does anything beat Yankees Dodgers? Fuck you, ESPN. The Dodgers put forth one of the deepest teams in baseball. And I think the Yankees put forth one of the absolute best scoring lineups, power lineups in baseball. And I mean, they can hold their own when it comes to pitching. Don't get me wrong. This is a team that I could show you. Let me see here. Regular season teams. There we go. Here we go. Yeah. They were 7th in ERA in the majors. So it's not like this team can't pitch. So I think that kind of gets lost in this because the Dodgers, everybody fawns over their pitching staff sometimes, but this year has been somewhat of a down year for the Dodgers pitching staff. Shohei Ohtani, though, I think is such a difference maker for this team. What I find interesting, I do hate that he's not pitching. What I find interesting, couple of things. We've seen Aaron Judge slump. He had a horrific slump going earlier, coming into the playoffs. Like a horrible home run slump. We've seen Mookie Betts slump a bit. There was even a time when Ohtani was slumping where he couldn't drive in runs unless there was somebody on base. Or was it? Yeah, he couldn't get a hit unless there was somebody on base. It was something weird like that. So they didn't want to have him lead off because he wasn't getting any hits. It was this weird, kooky thing. So we've seen these guys, all of them, have their moments where they've scuffled. We'll call it slumps. But it just so happens that when it mattered the most, which was AL and NLCS, both of them turned it around, or both teams turned it around, and all these guys that were kind of slumping figured it out. Postseason-wise, Dodgers pitching has not been great. They have a 1.3 whip, but so does the Yankees, and that's a pretty good sign of control and effectiveness. So there's been better pitching in these playoffs. The problem is nobody's really been able to match run production from these guys. Dodgers have a 785 OPS. Yankees have a 759 OPS. Only team that was competing with that was Milwaukee with a 767. And they're obviously out of it. And that's really why these two teams are your World Series. Nobody could outscore them. Their pitching has been okay. It's been good enough. But it's like, in the playoffs, in many cases, it's one of those things where you win 3-2, 3-1. Sometimes you're just like, well, you're just going to have to beat the Yankees 5-4, 6-5. Like, you've got to put up some serious numbers. And same with the Dodgers. You're just going to have to outscore them. In fact, let me... Full schedule. Output for the Yankees in that Cleveland series. 5 runs, 6 runs, 5 runs. So they won 5-2, 6-3, lost 7-5 in extras, and then won 8-6 and 5-2. So what does that tell you? You've got to score more than 5 runs to beat the Yankees. It's playoff baseball now. It used to be when you got to put up 3 or hold the other team to 2 runs and you're good. No, you've got to score more than the Yankees. It's not about limiting, going out there and having good pitching. It is, but it isn't. It's about, can you outscore them? And the same is true for the Dodgers. Here's their run output. Here's their scoring output against the Mets. They beat the Mets 9-0. They lost 7-3. What's going on over here? Then they beat them 8-0, 10-2, lost 12-6, and then beat them 10-5. So again, goes back to what I said originally for this World Series. The pitching is good. They had 2 shutouts against the Mets. And the Mets were hitting. I mean, the Mets were hot coming into that series. This World Series is going to be fun because it's going to be high scoring. It's going to be a lot of runs. So it's going to be fun from that perspective. If you're a baseball purist, you're not going to like this World Series. But it's going to be a lot of runs scored, and so it's going to be fun from that perspective. But this is going to be, they always say pitching and defense wins. That ain't this. This ain't your grandpa's World Series.
Heck yeah!
This World Series is going to be who can outscore who the most. And I know that sounds like, well, duh, that's every. No, what I mean is you've got to put up a hefty amount of runs. This is not you're going to win 3-2. Nope. You got to score, I'm going to say you've got to average 6. You got to average 6 runs a game to win this World Series. And if you can't do that, you ain't winning. Hey, what up, Jim? Jim just resubscribed for 30 months. Let's get it. Jim, sir. Also, thank you for the 69. I like Jim, you about to stream, homie? Because we're about to cut on up out of here. Your boy started early today. What? That's right. I've been streaming for 2 hours and 57 minutes. What? Yeah, man, I hadn't been late all week so far. That by all week, I mean 2 days. Saw some kind of record or something. It just feels weird because I don't really have many visuals and it's bothering me, but I swore I didn't give a shit about the visuals as much as starting on time. It's killing me. In a little bit, got to get the dogs. Damn it, Jim, get the dogs. Who let them out? Are they like outside or you got to go drive and get them? Got to get the dogs. What kind of shit is this? Records are being broken on BOD. Right? I'm going to say this. Speaking of records, it won't surprise me. This is the last thing I'll say, and then we're going to get the fuck up out of here, especially since we can't raid Jim. Because I would stick around for like 5 more minutes if I knew we could raid Jim, but Joe Pro! Hey, thank you for the 303 biddies, Joe Pro. Much love to you. He said, good job on 2 in a row, Mr. Laminack. Thank you, sir. I think we might see a record broken as far as total runs scored in a World Series. I think we might see that. Let's see. What is the record for most runs scored in a World Series? Let's see. Yankees have the most runs by a team. No. 20 runs. No, I just wanted like total. I'll look it up. I'll find it for you. We have until Friday. But I feel like we might be looking at a record. So keep that in mind. It's going to be fun though. If you like offense. Walt said, wait, did I hear over? Yes. Take the over, Walt. Take the overs. In fact, did I show the first game? Oh, shit. Well, we'll look at it. We have until Friday. Oh, yeah. And home runs. Yep. Both teams have aviators. We'll look at it, Walt. We'll deep dive maybe on Thursday a little bit into some of the numbers for the World Series. Maybe we can come up with a couple wagers. I'll place a couple. Yeah? All right. Until then, get the fuck out. Joe Bro said, it's baseball. Bats go cold. Weird shit happens. Oh, that's very true. But man, both these teams are coming in red hot. Those numbers that the Dodgers put up against the Mets, and you're right, the Mets going into that series were hot. It was like, oh shit, the Mets could grow all the way to the World Series. And then look, they got shut out twice in that series. That's craziness. Hey, thank you, Uriel. I appreciate that. Flip, thank you as well. Much love to you, Walt. Appreciate you, buddy. I'm gonna get that video done and ready for tomorrow's show. I just knew today it wasn't gonna happen because we had NFL. We did college all day yesterday. I was like, yeah, we ain't gonna It's going to be all NFL Week 7 today. So tomorrow, we got a dope-ass video from Walt, and then we got fantasy updates, the Laminator 5000. Maybe I'll have Nate convinced that Mike Tomlin's a good coach. Maybe not. All right. Well, we'll have some more fun tomorrow, I promise. All right. Until then, do me 3 favors. Be safe, be kind, and most importantly, love each other. See you guys tomorrow. Jim? Damn it, Jim. Wanted to rage you. Judge is hot right now, Donna. Very true. He is super hot. Alex said, fuck the World Series. Chicks do dig the long ball. Love you, CC! The best, CC. I'm so glad you're better. So glad. Yeah, you better get your shit together, Jim. Stupid ass dogs. Let's see if there's anybody good to read. Let's see. It never is. Ever. Who's making this list? Oh, that's wrestling in Spanish. No, thank you. That's somebody's front porch. Somebody is literally streaming their Ring camera on the sports category. What a dipshit. All right. Look it, we out. Love you guys. Hey, there's Dr. Drew. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Be ready to talk fantasy. I don't even know who won between me and CC. I guess we'll find out tomorrow. Love you guys. Bye. Daddy's making a